we can't just wait for dreams to automatically happen. I mean, you knew that, I knew that, and yet we don't act upon it. All these motivation quotes, let's challenge them today. So if you're someone who shoots their own videos or has no one else to help you out with, this one's for you. So the one thing I like to keep my attention on whenever I'm taking my establishment shots are number one, put the maximum time on composition and framing. Because the right composition and right framing can immediately teleport your audience to where you are, give them a clear understanding and paint the correct picture so that they feel more immersed into your journey. And the more I create these videos and put it up on the platform, the better understanding I have that nobody cares about the quality. Everyone cares about how beautiful the story is and how long can you keep their attention for. So one thing I always try to do, especially shooting in Mumbai, is find a location where I don't have much disturbance, where I don't have a lot of people. Because trust me, when you see a lot of people or when they start staring at you, you get a little cautious. So number one, start with finding a location and put a little time in going at the location, finalizing it, and then filming and planning your video. Because location kinda is a very big factor in immersing your audience in your story. So yeah, plus you need to be as confident as possible in front of the camera. So if there are going to be a lot of people who are going to be staring at you, it probably might not be the best thing. Also, one pro tip, whenever I shoot in Mumbai, Hush. Also, one pro tip, whenever I shoot in Mumbai, what I try to do is either go at locations at early morning or at times when they might be not open, but you try to convince the watchman or the guard to just let you in 15 minutes before the location opens, because that makes a big difference. Exhibit A, not open. And as we move to the next location where I go and show you how I generally take my mid shots, there's another quote that almost bugs me all the time I read it and kind of makes me feel depressed. It goes something like, I've written it down because these are the ones that bug me all the time. So it goes something like, life is precious because you cannot watch it again. I feel we've found the hack for it. When we document our life, when we record ourselves, and when we start filming all this, we kind of can watch it again, rewind it over and over, and relive all these moments, see ourselves grow in time. And that's also one of the reasons I started documenting my journey through my 20s on YouTube. So coming to the medium shots, typically they're shot from the waist above. In my case, I like to take the medium shots when I want to slowly unfold a layer within, when I'm into the character establishment process. These are also amazing shots when you want to highlight the action that your subject is currently engrossed in. And it's definitely a layer ahead in terms of the intimacy as compared to an establishment shots, but also not so close that you can't see any of the environment. It's a perfect balance, and that's why one of the most commonly used shots out there. So before we move to the close-up shots, there's one category that you can't miss. I like to call them the magic shots because they have no rule, they have no boundaries. They are something that's exclusive to you. I mean, you can shoot it as and how you want it. And these are shots that are unique to each creator. That's why I like to call it the magic shots, because magic is the key to unlock the creator in you. That's the one quote I like, because it's mine. I mean, you know it. So here they are. Number one, if you don't know, this is a magic clamp. Magic clamp. So yeah, what this is a very cheap accessory that you can mount any camera on phone on, and this is how I like to use it. It's the clamp shot. If you can't see the phone, here it is. But this is some place that definitely my tripod cannot reach, and I feel nothing else can help me out here except this. So yeah, this is one of the shots I like. Wherever I can use this clamp on some unique angles, it just gives me my version of the story. Moving on to the next one. But don't sleep on this cheap accessory, because a magic calm can do wonders for you.
And this is shot number 2. I mean, it looks like a pretty normal shot until I do this. You know, for the longest time, I've had a love-hate relationship with drones because I just don't like forcing shots which is not fit into the story. And using a drone and also making it feel realistic sometimes just don't go hand in hand. But one thing that I cannot deny is the tracking features in drones are pretty helpful, especially when you don't have anyone else to help you shoot. And sometimes I use these features to my advantage and get the best of it.
Also, another magic shot that I like to use a lot is using my skateboard. I mean, primarily, I have no interest in skateboarding. The entire purpose I bought a skateboard was to get smooth handheld shots when you're moving, and that's also the reason I learned skateboarding, because to be honest, I find it very scary sport. I don't like to break. I have no intention of breaking my arms and legs, but it's all worth for the shot. So I like to get that stable feel, and as you might have seen in the last video, I like to use my skateboard as one of the stabilizing unit for my shots. That helps me a lot. Finally, moving to the close-up shots. I mean, personally, these are my favorite shots, but also the ones I find the most hardest, because close-up shots are something that you and you alone can save it. Because close-up shots are the most intimate ones. You have to be completely honest, otherwise the camera catches everything. Trust me, I've tried it. I mean, I say it's the toughest because, you know, we all have a little bit different personality when the camera starts recording, and it's a lot of the times it's not in your control. So you have to be completely honest, you have to be completely transparent, and that's the reason close-up shots have to be solely and wholly dependent upon you and you alone. But it's also the best thing when you want to create an intimate relationship between you and the audience. Want the audience to get fully immersed and to show the deepest layer of the story. So close-up shots, I mean, yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with them. But to be honest, getting a chance to be more closer and personal with your audience, I mean, I don't think there's a more powerful shot than a close-up shot, and I definitely wouldn't take them for granted. A lot of the times it matters what time of the day you're shooting, and you never know, sometimes the golden might just strike, and I like it. Pretty much every time you shoot, try to place your camera which is along the lighting, which helps you make most of what you've got, and don't just point at one side and make do with it. Try to point your camera in different angles and on the same location and see what best you can get, because a good lighting is something you can never beat, and especially something that's that beautiful. I mean, come on, you tell me.